Hey everyone, it's Jessica Edwards in Wilmington. So I just left this broker roundtable breakfast thing put on by Cape Feral Home Builders Association, Business Journal, a bunch of different entities. Really interesting talking about just the Wilmington market as a whole, economic outlook. One of the county commissioners was on the panel. I was on the panel. Mayor Sappho, Wilmington mayor, was on the panel, and a couple others. Michael Lopez, Alpha Mortgage. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple, but really interesting in looking at economic outlook, real estate market, jobs, just everything as a whole in Wilmington. And, one thing that came up for me, obviously real estate focused, is, it's really hard to look at numbers as a whole. I'm going to try to make this quick. This might be a little bit lengthy, but it's hard to look at numbers year over year because of Hurricane Florence last fall in Wilmington really stopped our market. So our market really just completely stopped the month of September, and it took a while to catch back up. So it's hard to compare last year numbers versus this year when you look at it as a whole or the last 12 months because that September, that storm was in there. But another interesting thing, everybody talks about how hot the market is and how there's such less inventory, but yeah, we have certain homes that are sitting on the market, or certain people are saying, why isn't this selling, or why isn't this pocket sitting? So one thing that I think is an interesting takeaway, just to give you sort of a quick snapshot, is when you look at absorption rate, which is the amount of time it would take months to sell current inventory. When you look at properties in New Hanover County, 500,000 and below, it's like 2 months of inventory. You go 500 to $1 million, it jumps up to about 7 months of inventory. When you look at $1 million and above, it goes up to 14 million in inventory. So when you take all those numbers and you look at the average, it's more like 7 months of inventory. So it's still kind of that median or that average market where we're not fully a buyer's market or fully a seller's market, but depending on the price range and location, it might go one way or the other. So I think that's really important thing, and that's something that comes up a lot for our sellers, and just really helpful to understand when you look at sort of that inventory. And then days on market obviously jumps from around 2 months, sort of that average days on market for things 500,000 below. Average sales price in Wilmington still hovering around about 350, just a little bit below that. When you look at $1 million and above, the average days on market is around 5 months, which is really good. Anyway, so just some stats and numbers, but I think again we have to take from that. I like looking at it currently, but also have to keep in mind that we did have that time frame in the fall where the storm caused everything to just completely pause. So just a quick little market update. July, sort of midway through the year, everything's looking great in Wilmington real estate wise, and just thought I would share that with y'all. Thanks for listening. If you want to check us out, please go to thecarolinasfinest.com. Feel free to comment below, and I hope you have a great day.